Hello guys, S2W here as your average consumer with your casual consumer's perspective review. For this pickup, it's part of a collaboration that was rumored for quite some time. Using the Adidas Iniki model and now renamed as the I-5923, pictures of this shoe was leaked quite a while ago and nobody knew when it was going to have a public release. Finally, they dropped just last weekend from this video's upload date. Today, I have the Adidas I-5923 Iniki Boost by Neighborhood here for a review. For those who don't know, Neighborhood is a Japanese streetwear label founded in 1994. They have joined Adidas' consortium program last year in 2017 for an NMD-R1 collab alongside with another retailer. But now in 2018, they have gotten their own collaboration project with Adidas to design a collection of shoes and apparel for launch. Out of the 4 sneakers, 2 of them were very popular, and we will be reviewing one of them right now in this video. When it was initially leaked back in 2017, other than its collab branding of course, these sneakers took a lot of attention because of its black boost midsole, the first and only one of the Inikis at that time. Fast forward 10 months later to this video's upload date, there is of course the GR Black Boost I-5923 launched around the same time and readily available. Will we be getting the money's worth for paying a premium for this collaborative silhouette? Let's take a closer look at these sneakers. Now with Neighborhood's history on modern streetwear and motorcycle culture, these sneakers adorn heavily on a classic black and white color palette. To retain the original form of the Iniki, they've continued to use 2 different textiles found on general releases to reconstruct the upper on this collab as well. However, what's different is that instead of using 2-way stretch mesh for the majority of its upper, like any regular release has, they finally created a version with prime knit. Now there have been so many releases of the Iniki the past year, but from what I recall, I honestly think these were the first to use prime knit. If I'm mistaken, please feel free to let me know in the comments, but by touch, the prime knit here definitely feels stretchy, flexible, and adaptable. I wouldn't say it's elastic to the point of PK found on 3.0 Ultra Boost or the prime knit NMD-R1s, but rather more similar to the 2.0 Ultra Boost. Don't be tricked though, cause only the toe box region is stretchy. Starting from the midfoot area to the back, the upper is more structured instead, and I'll let you know why later on. Now at the toe box of this collab, the suede toe guard still exists on this pair found just like on the regular releases. The suede is very soft by touch, and just swooping across the surface, you can easily see the hairs change color. This suede is also found around the tongue paneling that provide the eye stays for these flat black laces to thread through. However, different from the regular versions, they've decided to change the side Adidas 3-stripe branding by using 3 pieces of the suede fabric instead, rather than a simple print found on general releases. On one of these stripes, we will also see the Neighborhood branding in white rather than showing its model name. A lot of people actually like this simple change because the current I-5923 doesn't really have a good ring to it, and I'm one of those people that agree on this. However, visual wise, they did keep the zigzag saw-like aesthetic to retain its originality. This is also seen on the medial side surface as well, but different than the lateral, the Neighborhood branding disappears on this side. Looking at the back of the shoes, there are several design changes found on this pair than your regular releases. At the tip of the heel area, rather than a leather backing, they've used suede again for overall consistency and embossed with a bold branding in capitals and contrasting white. On the left pair, we'll see NBHD, short for Neighborhood, whereas on the right pair, we'll see BRGD, meaning Brigade, creating that imagery that would belong in this Neighborhood Brigade, or clique I guess. The other difference we'll immediately see is the heel counter. On general versions, they've used a deconstructed suede heel cap to finish the look, but on this collab, they've replaced it with a solid TPU plastic heel cap instead. This will definitely provide the additional support and structure at the back, and possibly even better than your regular releases as it's a lot more sturdy now. On top of the shoes, their tongue design sticks true to its original form. It's an illusionary 2-piece tongue when seen from the outside, but looking up close, it's actually stitched onto the side to form this 1-piece integrated shape. The surface looks like it's made out of prime knit, but it's not stretchy at all, as it's backed up internally by an extra layer of textile. Then at the tip of this tongue, we'll see the eye-catching Adidas and Neighborhood collab branding adhered strongly onto the textile. Inside the shoe, the heel wall lining is just filled with your regular textile lining. There is some padding along the collar to provide comfort as well, but other than that, padding is still minimal. Now the reason I said the prime knit upper at the side is not stretchy is because of the following: an internal textile overlay. This shielding inside makes the side a lot more structured than normal, again, which only adds more support and stabilization for our feet contained inside this shoe. It's a little steadier than your regular thin mesh uppers for sure. Also, these came with an embedded insole that's non-removable, decorated with a repeating Adidas and neighborhood patterning. Midsole wise, the shoe uses boost cushioning just like other Inikis. The boost is covered in black though, and as you know, black boost is almost always a hit amongst boost lovers as it's always considered rare or limited. But regardless, for those who don't know, boost is a very responsive material that feels like you're walking on soft pillows with an evident bounce back energy return. Flipping the shoes over, we will see a white contrasting rubber outsole with webbed waffles to increase traction points. At the heel of this outsole, we'll see the last Adidas branding of this shoe. Anyways, here are some Adidas I-5923 Iniki Boost by Neighborhood Fit footage. Sizing wise, I went true to size and they felt right for me. I remember reviewing the OG blue Iniki in my half size down and they felt really uncomfortable as my toes were hitting the structured suede toe guard a lot. My toes now have some room for leverage, and especially when the suede toe guard is inflexible unlike its prime knit counterpart, it's better to leave a little space up front for that comfortable fit. Now with a sock-like design in mind, the entry point of this shoe is wider than normal for that easy slip-on fit. The heel area do sometimes feel loose I feel, but it's honestly one of those comfortable features that I embrace. Cushioning wise, the Iniki is one of the more reactive and squishy boost sole that you can actually feel on an Adidas silhouette. It won't be the best, but it is up there in the spectrum and is honestly one of the sneakers that actually provides both decent comfort and stability. I personally don't have an Iniki at all up to this point in time as I've never found the right colorway to purchase after my first review of the wrong sized blue OG model. The closest one I did consider was another Iniki collab, but I kept passing on as this neighborhood Iniki leaked image struck my mind so much that I told myself to wait, and this wait is thankfully finally over. Now if I were to miss this collaborative pair, I would have went for the cheaper alternative that just got released, which is the black Iniki with black boost for $170 Canadian before tax. Strangely the same retail price as a non-colored boost colorway. Since these neighborhood are a collab status, they retailed at $280 Canadian dollars instead. This is a $110 markup from a regular release. Truthfully speaking, the price increase is a little overboard, but hell, if I were to buy only one Iniki, in my opinion, these would be it, and I guess I'll just have to respect it. Anyways, throw me some likes if you like this video, and let me know in the comments if you tried for this release or not. This Iniki was my favorite sneaker release within the collection, but I've heard a lot more people went for the NMDR ones instead. We'll take a closer look at those soon. That's it for today. S2W signing off.